So we know the issues, we know about energy, we know about the border, we know Joe Biden doesn't know what he's doing. We know all that, we get all that. But why do this? Why do this here tonight with Legacy PAC? Because there's a whole lot of people who have the passion to save this country who need help getting off the ground.
The purpose of Legacy PAC is to save America. That's our mission. That's what we really want to do because America is worth saving.
I am by trade, I'm a cybersecurity engineer. Okay, so this is my first run in politics. We need more conservative Republicans standing up and fighting for the Constitution.
We're an America First PAC, and we want to promote and help our up-and-coming candidates, and we're going to be holding the line for President Trump.
I joined the Army at 17 years old. My first day at my first unit, which was 25th Infantry, was September 10th, 2001. So the next day was 9/11. And I spent about a total of a decade between Iraq and Afghanistan in country. So my country means everything to me. When I realized that if people like myself who don't want to be politicians don't start stepping up and taking these seats, that nothing's going to change, then I said, okay, I'll do it.
Who deserves to lead the people of this country more than those who serve this country? So I'm behind every one of them. So let's make sure we get more veterans into power. I'm all for it.
Remember why you're involved. We have to make sure people remain humble and not engage in self-glorification. You are here for one reason, and that is to save the country. Period. End of story.
And for those candidates who are looking uphill and wondering how, keep your head down, focus on the target, and outwork everybody. And I promise you, you're not gonna lose. You're either gonna win on election night or you change the game on election night. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much, Legacy PAC.
Thank you, Legacy PAC.
Under this administration, they have deliberately opened the border to fundamentally change the fabric of our country.
I'm Jared Craig with Legacy PAC. We are here at Eagle Pass, Texas, to bring attention to the border crisis, to educate the voters, the citizens of the United States, and the candidates running for federal office, the importance of a secure border.
And at Legacy PAC, we want to bring candidates here to the border to see it firsthand, because there is nothing like being here, seeing this. We saw women and children climbing over barbed wire. There is no reason why we cannot secure this border. There is no reason to keep this open. This is not humane. So we need to get Victor and all these other good America First candidates into office.
We at Legacy PAC depend on your donation and support to support these projects. We can't do it without you. So please go on to legacypac.org and show your support.
And Stan, where's Stan? Stan is with Veterans for Trump.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you all. We're honored. I know there are so many organizations represented here today.
We're sitting here tonight, but you're going to do very well. And I just had somebody write down, first of all, James and Sarah Pritchard, thank you very much. Yes. Great job. Thank you. We appreciate all the help. Stanley and Donna Fitzgerald.
Right here, sir.
Thank you very much. It's great. It's great that you're with us. Mike Acton.
Hi, this is Stan Fitzgerald with Veterans for Trump, and I'm here with my friend Larry Garza, who is running for Congress in Texas 28. Good afternoon, Larry. How are you today, sir?
Good afternoon, Stan. More importantly, you call me Larry because a lot of people have a problem pronouncing Lazaro, like Lazarus in the Bible. My given name is Lazaro. I'm running Lazaro Garza Jr. for Congress out of District 28 in South Texas. But it's Lazaro. But you can call me Larry by all means. We know each other as Larry.
Yeah,
I know you're Stan. I don't know you as Stanley. I know you as Stan.
There you go. So, Larry, can you tell us a little bit about your background, please?
Yes, sir. I'm number 10 of 13 children born in South Texas, in Benavides, Texas, Duval County, very famous county. There's one in Florida and one in Texas. I came from humble beginnings. My families were migrant workers. We picked cotton, I stayed in Benavides till I was in the 7th grade. We went to Corpus, graduated from high school there. I was student body president my senior year. I was one of the very first recipients for LULAC scholarships. They never gave me a scholarship. They gave me the cash to buy clothes because I had books and tuition. Then I went on to Houston in January 1st of 1976. And while I was selling sporting goods, a headhunter from Merrill Lynch hired me. And I ended up in New York City in 1977. I meet the chairman of the board of Merrill Lynch, Mr. Reagan, who ended up being Secretary of Treasury under President Reagan. I came back to Houston. There's a song saying, don't ever let your children become cowboys. I tell people, don't ever let your children get into the oil field. I had a customer when I was a broker who was in the oil field, and I got into it in 1979, and I was very successful. I built it from one employee till because of COVID, I just had enough. I'm going to be 71 this January, 26, a few weeks here now. And developed my business, started building it in South Texas. South Texas they forget one industry. There's oil and gas, ranching, and farming. All the above I've been in all my life, farming and ranching. I accumulated 1.5 acres. I'm up to 3,000 acres. We're in the custom hay business. You don't need partners when it rains. The Lord blesses you with rain. You don't need partners to pay for the fertilizer and the diesel and the labor or the tractors. Cattle, same thing. You suffer without rain. So this migrants, there's 2 words, Stan, that I use when I introduce myself. They're both start with IN. It's IN stands for immigration or immigrants. It's neither one of those, Stan. It is IN. It is an invasion of our way of life. I experience it daily on my properties being destroyed. I built 7 miles of fencing. They destroy my fences. You call the local sheriff. He comes and confiscates the vehicle and sells them for his pockets, not for our fencing or our damages. Our hay crops, they go right through our hay crops, destroying it. The vehicles are left there because they get stuck. They confiscate them, they sell them. And then you call the local sheriff because you got 20 or 30 individuals all dressed in black. I'm a deer hunter. That's the other industry in South Texas, hunting. The King Ranch, one of the world's largest ranches in the world, would have been broke up and sold if it hadn't been for hunting. My brother developed a deer contest in Freer, Texas called the Muy Grande Deer Contest. It's one worldwide. Hunting created a whole industry. Those ranches are intact because of hunting. So I'm a hunter. So I go out there on my property, check my cattle daily. I see people walking with guns bigger than me, my 270. I'm looking for a deer. And these people are walking, I don't know if they're AK-47s or ARs because I don't hear them shooting. I can hear the distinction recoil of an AK-47. You'll know to duck because it's an AK-47. So I call the local sheriff and he tells me, what the hell do you want me to do? And he hangs up on me, sir. He hangs up on me because INS, this is the ones that got away. This is not the ones getting the buses and the iPhones and the debit cards to go to Chicago and the buses or the airplanes, leaving the country or going north. We don't know where they're going. We don't know who's coming. But this is people that dress in black, carrying dope and guns on my property. And people say, well, I said, no, just come and check my deer cameras. We have deer cameras in all our feeders and all our gates. And these people are just going down the road, just like Central Park. But they're all dressed in black, like my black shirt today. Or yours, sir. And why am I? Close the border, sir. Close the border. There is no question. You got to close the border. You don't negotiate with trespassers. You stop it. You close the gate. And then you deal with the drug issue because these cartels have destroyed this country. They just come, they just come in and out with people. They're making more money off of people than drugs now. And then the drugs, they're killing our children. I told someone, I said, can you imagine a person selling McDonald's to kill the customer? They're selling fentanyl, killing kids and their customers. This has gone way out of hand, sir. Drugs, education. I give money for education every year, sir. And my scholarships are to women, young ladies to graduate. And I tell them, young ladies, I had 9 sisters. I want you all to go to school, get an education. When your husband runs off with the next door neighbor, you still have your education, your children and your education. Please go to college. I have sent so many students. Last year, I gave a scholarship of $262,500 away. I sold a real estate deal and I gave half the money the very next day in Freer, Texas. It's an endowment. It's a fund. I don't use it for tax write-offs. I pay my taxes. You know, my CPA was always cringe because he said, "You want us to send them extra?" I said, "Yes. If I overpaid them, they'll send it back." People don't think that way. I do. I believe in this country. I believe in Donald Trump. He is a businessman like myself. I was so happy when he ran because finally somebody was going to understand what interest rates meant in paying a bill. Now we're talking about undervaluing properties. Banks hire appraisals. He doesn't. You know, I have nothing to do with Mr. Trump, my president. That's what I call him, my president. I believe in him, sir. I believe 100%. In my county, Duval County, there used to be 2 votes. 2 votes.
But you're better for it.
So I think you all. Oh, you're fine, Larry. You're fine. Larry, you're good.
Please, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I
It's
have some
fine.
people delivering some furniture, Stan. But more importantly, in my county, there was only Mr. Holstetter and myself, 2 votes. Can you imagine a county where only 2 Republican votes? And he could get upset with me because when he came out for the tally, there was only 1. That means he voted because he knew he voted, and I didn't. But I had voted. I voted in Houston, and he'd get upset with me. It was so important for him. His wife was ill health, so she wouldn't vote or couldn't go. One time I went to vote, sir, and they told me I couldn't because I had already voted absentee. My neighbor, a Democrat, her dad had to be a Texas congressman. She had asked for my ballot absentee and voted for me, sir. That's what happens in South Texas every time. And we want to abide for the laws. A loss of what? You know, it's just like the last person that ran against Mr. Henry Quer. They gave her $12 million. She got 72,000 and he got 92,000, closest to everybody. But last election, a liberal got to him by almost 200 votes. Now his chief of staff or one of his aides, who I know very well, Jose Saenz, quit him and running for this same position. I have a veteran. I have another individual that goes all over the state of Texas. I don't talk about Henry Quer. His aide goes to all these GOP meetings in all the counties. There's 8 counties. And he bashes his employer, ex-employee or employer. I don't have to say anything about Henry Quer. Mr. Saenz is doing a very good job of that. I was in the oil field industry. I never talk bad about my competitors. They did their own hanging, not myself, sir. This is business, just like President Trump does. This is business. You cannot continue to give away debit cards and phones and airplane rides and buses. Yes, I hope they send them all to Chicago. I worked in O'Hare Airport. I know how cold it is right now. Send them to Chicago. See what happens if they don't go back to their countries. Because they won't stand it. They won't be there.
So Larry, if people want to find you online, what's the address of your congressional website?
Lazaro Garza for Congress. It's Lazaro Garza, Garza for Congress.com.
Well, Larry, I appreciate you taking the time to interview with us, and as always, you are a true patriot, my friend. And we'll chat again soon, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your time. It's a Sunday. It's a holy day. But the Lord has blessed us to be together again. Stan, you and I talked about my brother and how much he loved this country.
Yes, sir. Your brother is.
That flag behind you, sir, means the world to me. Veterans, my brother died. My other one fought in Vietnam. That's the reason I didn't go to Vietnam, sir, because they wouldn't take me. My other one was too old. He was 13 years older than me, and the other one went to Vietnam. He came back, and they spit at him when he got off that plane. He still... That's what you do every day, sir. Defend veterans, and I would do that for this world, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
Larry. We
Yes, sir.
appreciate
God bless
your
you.
family.
God bless you too for your time, sir.
God bless you too, sir.
Bye-bye.